Carolina Panthers, another season goes by, another season where they don't have the answer at quarterback. Sam Darnold was the guy who kind of came in towards the end of the season and looked like the best of a bad bunch of them this year. He was better than Baker Mayfield. PJ Walker has the odd games where he's okay, but he's not an NFL standard starter. And I think really it gets a little difficult trying to decide what to do with the Panthers going forward. Sam Darnold's a free agent. They picked 9th overall, and they probably need to move on from him, don't they?
Yeah, it feels like as good as he was down the stretch, as much as he potentially showed, it feels like he's not destined to be the Panthers quarterback. I think that the Panthers need to go out and get, whether it's trading up in the draft for a rookie, they need to get somebody that they can kind of say, this is our guy we'll build around. You know, when you've already cast Sam Darnold onto the scrap heap and you've gone out and traded for Baker Mayfield, that didn't work out. You can't then go back and say, right, Sam Darnold's the guy. I do think that Sam Darnold is going to start somewhere next year, though. I think that we're talking about a QB shortage. There's not enough competent quarterbacks. I think that he is one of the, top 25 best quarterbacks in the league. And that's not saying much, but I think whatever team misses out in the quarterback free agency merry-go-round, the rookies, I think he's going to at least be a bridge quarterback for a year or two for some franchise.
Okay, and on screen there, we've got a mention of Donta Foreman being a free agent as well. He played really well at times this year. We saw Chuba Hubbard. He flashed. This team, they didn't really get any worse after CMC was traded to the Niners. They were 20th in DVOA beforehand and 20th after for the rest of the season. Do you think that they should be looking to re-sign Donta Foreman, or they need to go out and actually draft someone and start injecting some youth into this team?
I think we've talked about a few teams and a few running back positions, and I feel like there's no point when you've got question marks and parts of the offensive line, you've got question marks at quarterback, you've got question marks in elements of the defense. Why are you going to invest in anything at the running back position? If the Donta Foreman can come back, veteran minimum, maybe $1-2 million a year, yeah, great, let's do that. But if you're having to go out and spend $4-5 million to bring back Donta Foreman, I'm happy just rolling with Chuba Hubbard and whatever running back you can get in the 6th or 7th round next year.
Yeah, and on screen, we've got our off-season needs for the Panthers. And out of all the teams that we've done so far, I don't think there's been any with as many needs as them. They need running backs, they need wide receiver depth, pass catching tight end, and they need to get the quarterback position right. So outside of DJ Moore, there just really isn't a whole lot of anything, is there? But he had a kind of nice end to the season. He finally got over 4 receiving touchdowns for the first time in his career, finishing with 7. It doesn't feel hyperbolic to say that it could have been even better if Sam Darnold had started all year. In the games that Darnold did start, DJ Moore was the wide receiver 12 across those 3 games.
Yeah, I think the talent is never in doubt, is it? I think DJ Moore is a elite wide receiver. The problem is that it's the Terry McLaurin prophecy in that I don't think he's ever had a quarterback. We keep talking about this next quarterback's going to be an upgrade. It's going to be an upgrade, and it never comes. And I think that because the talent is there, his value kind of always outweighs his production. He's never broken into that top 15 wide receiver, whether it be season long, points per game, for fantasy purposes. And I think that that's probably going to be, when the new quarterback comes in, he's probably going to fall in as being drafted around that range. And I just don't think his production is ever going to outweigh his value at the moment.
Let me give you a hypothetical. If Derek Carr was to land in Carolina, which would make some level of sense, the Raiders wouldn't be trading within the AFC, do you think DJ Moore's value goes up, down, or stays the same?
Absolutely. If Derek Carr lands in Carolina, give me all the DJ Moore, because I think that the talent is there to be a top 12 receiver, and if you're going to give me what we call in Derek Carr, top 15 quarterback in the league, then yeah, I think he could absolutely produce as a wide receiver 1. And I think that I'd want as many shares as I can get, quite frankly.